So, borrowing a tool is never just borrowing a tool because there can be some unexpected expectations. Let's talk about it right after this.
It's the Naybors podcast with Reese and Mike. They discussing different issues that affect our streets and life. Said it's the Naybors. We the Naybors. Yeah.
You.
Yes.
So, as neighbors, Mike and I, and we include one other person, we believe that we're like Ace Hardware Store. Between the three of us.
How about that?
You know, if you can name a tool, between the three of us, one of us has it.
Got it. Mm-hmm.
And then if there's an obscure being one of those tools that you like, where in the world did that come from? One of us probably have it, right? And so, but Mike, is there a neighbor that you think that, hey, you know what, if they asked to borrow a tool, that you would let them borrow it?
Yeah. Certain neighbors.
But why you answer so quick?
I'm just saying,
Think about.
I'm just saying.
You didn't have to think about that, though.
Yeah.
You didn't even have to consider, huh? Like, did you already have a person's like face in your mind or something?
Something like that.
You did.
Something like that.
And I think there are some neighbors, yes, that I think I would be concerned because one, I'm nervous whether or not if I'll ever get it back.
Right.
But then number two, am I going to give it to them and get it back in the manner that I gave it to them? Like, if it worked when I gave it to you, is it broken when I get it back?
Right. Been there. Been there.
And depending on how long the individual has it, have I forgotten that I even gave it to you?
Right.
So I think sometimes, and then depending on what the tool is, and I've been in this position too, where I might have borrowed something, and then the expectation of, hey, well, Maurice, you borrowed this, but you need to reciprocate in this manner. Well, what you asked me to do does not even equal the tool that you gave me.
Right.
You get what I mean? Like, what is the expectation? So,
right.
So I think it's a difficult thing to say, hey, you know what? I'm gonna let you borrow this or whatever it is, especially when you're not knowing what, when, how, why, what you're gonna get back.
Right. How about that?
Now, what about you? I mean, do you think that you, when you answer so quickly, what will hinder you from giving out a tool?
Well, let's just say this. Old buddy of mine, he used to live down the street from us.
Okay.
He wanted to borrow my wet vac. Yo, brand new.
Wow.
I never got a chance to get it dirty.
Yeah. Wow.
He used it. Boom, gave it back. I'm like, what the boop, 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 boop. Come on, cool.
Really?
You ain't made me clean the joint out.
Wow.
Wheel missing.
Wow. What are you going to do?
Throw it in the trash.
I mean.
Never again. I like, you never get them tools from me again.
But see, I think stuff like that makes it bad for everybody else around.
I mean, not necessarily. Not to me.
I got you. I hear you.
Not to me.
I hear you.
But it's just that certain person, they when I borrowed ask to borrow something. Nope. I'm not gonna stop. Somebody else you asked me to borrow too. Yeah, of course. Nah, that person. Nope. Cause you already messed up, man.
Yeah, I think for some people, man, like it just kind of like I know it makes you on my end. It makes me hesitant.
Okay.
You get what I mean? Especially depending on who the person is.
Right.
It's like, well, last time this happened, I'm not sure if I want to do this. I'm not sure if I want to do that. That type of thing.
That's why if that person messed your tools up, whatever, then they ask again. Just say, oh, no, I can't do it. I don't have it. Sometimes you got to tell a little lie, like, no, I can't find it. Nope.
I don't even know what that one is.
There you go.
They made a tool like that?
Right. Or throw the old joint. You ever try, go up to Home Depot or,
Oh, you
That's
know
your freight.
what?
Go there.
They're Harbor Freight sells
Harbor
really
Freight.
cheap
There
tools.
you go. Yeah.
You know, their tools are cheap.
In other words, go pay for get your own tools. Start messing my stuff up.
You know, I mean, but some people get into the. I mean, if I had this as well, where one person was kind of like, well, I don't have a space. Oh, you didn't ask for like a jackhammer. You get what I mean?
Now you all had the space.
Like, it's not like you're asking for something that's relatively small, being like a ratchet or
Right.
something like that. So you can go get a ratchet,
Pretty much.
and guess what? You'll have it later on.
You can go to Walmart and get a ratchet.
Dude, and I think that's part of the issue because some people are used to borrowing other people's stuff.
Right. Right.
And some people are used to being given stuff because they exist.
Right.
It's like,
I mean, some plus part of that could be like, oh man, well, I don't really have to spend my money. Some people just lazy, don't want to get their own stuff.
or cheap.
That too. Well, we go with cheap. Yeah, that one definitely cheap. Yeah.
But it's like there's nothing wrong with you just getting your own.
It's not because because 9 out of 10 you're gonna need it again. Be honest.
Right.
Yeah.
That means you got to take the time to ask to borrow it again. And what if I'm not available? Now you're upset because I'm not available, or I don't want to give it to you. Now you got to, yeah.
I mean, you know what Harbor Freight is, Lowe's and Home Depot is. So
Right.
I'll pay. You go, I'll worry about my borrow Reese tool. I'll worry about it when I get home.
Well, but it's like what you just said too. If push come to shove, especially if it's like a ratchet, a hammer, a screwdriver, whatever, you can go to Walmart.
Right.
Because Walmart been selling that stuff for a while.
Yeah, ever since yeah.
So, just because, like right now, y'all, like in all honesty, I'm in a Ryobi, whatever. I don't know what, like let Ryobi come out with another tool. Like I'm, like right now I've been really eyeing the Ryobi soldering iron.
Oh, okay. I ain't know they had one.
Yeah, they have a wireless soldering iron, right? I missed it last Christmas or 2 Christmases ago, I should say, when they had it on sale. But it comes with like a little battery, and it's a wireless joint. And so again, and some of those things like like you and I talk about with the hobby thing.
Right.
Sometimes you need to solder some wires together real quick because a better connection.
Yeah. Yep.
Right.
This is true. Yeah.
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 And so so I've been looking at that because there are some projects that's going to come down the pike where I'm not sure if I need it, but I'd rather have it than
Just in
need
case,
it,
right.
and then versus need it than I have it.
Right.
And because it's something I really got to get into some home repair stuff. Like I got replace doors and yeah.
And I was just thinking about that last night too.
Yeah, I mean I've been
Paint this, that, this.
Let me know how many of y'all out there are have done your doors yourself. I've been looking at these door slabs, where I already bought the hole, the piece that for you to make the hole for the doorknobs and stuff.
Okay.
The
Oh
locks and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah. What you call? Yeah.
So I bought the little brackets that do that or whatever it is. I've been looking at the door slabs. They're anywhere between $150 to $250 versus me spending $1,000 on
a brand new door.
Yeah. So I'll cut it myself, and hang it myself.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot they got the tool for the jaw for the door. Yeah.
And so
That makes sense.
and so it's stuff like that where it's like, hey, it took me a while to even make that decision to go get it.
Right.
So do I really want to let somebody hold it? I'm not sure. Like there's certain things. You get what I mean?
Right.
You're like, I'm on the fence. But in all reality, is it going to hurt? It's not going to hurt. You get what I mean?
Right.
But just how cold it's been. It's like my wife was like, Maurice, we need doors for real. If you want to stop playing around, you're gonna go get these doors and fix this stuff. That's the way she's been this winter. So.
But what you think? What you got? What, the draft coming through the door?
Oh yeah. When you take a look at the door, you'll see like daylight around the whole door. You can see daylight around the whole door.
You know why?
Oh yeah, I know why. Because this house is crap and the block is shifting and the water
Man,
is
you could have
like
just
killing
said, you could have just left it at the house. The block is shifting. Yeah, no, the house ain't cracked. Yeah, but the house, but just like my back door, same thing. Up top is closed, but it goes,
Yep.
it widens. I'm like, yo.
Oh yeah.
And there's nothing you can do.
No, it's not. It's not.
Just like my kitchen. The counter, one of the long counter, my wall buckles out some.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, what the hell? Why is that? Like, because the house is shifting.
Yep. Yep. I mean, it's weird. You know,
weird.
It's like I could see literally all my heat. Now I understand why it costs so much to either heat or cool this place.
Yeah.
Why the stuff is on constantly is because it's just getting bad.
You know what I'm start doing now? I should. I mean, I got the stripping. I got the stripping. I should have did. I did the front door, but I should have did the back door.
Man, listen.
Because one day I came downstairs, I'm like, what the hell is snow inside my house?
I had that too. Yep. Well, it wasn't. It was in my house because for whatever reason, again, that big snow we just had.
That's right. The weather, yeah.
It came through the storm. Now, mind you, I got a storm door though. It came because of this. Again, like you said, how lopsided it is. The snow came in through. It was coming through the storm door.
Yep.
And landing on a step, and because my back door does not meet the step into the house all the way.
There you go.
It's like, I'm like, so there was a pile of snow just sitting there chilling.
Yep. So I had to shovel my back door from inside to get outside.
So what does that look like and feel like? You know, you get what I mean? Like, you know,
Yeah.
you're like, so when you start looking at your own stuff, you're like, yo, I don't know if I could let anybody hold my tools. You know, that's the mindset.
Right.
Now, mind y'all,
Understood.
if y'all were to look at my tools, you'd be like, well, Maurice, you got enough tools. I do. Technically, I do.
Right.
That's because now, granted, everybody's not in the position that I'm in. I had a father-in-law, and his father, like my wife would tell you, like growing up, her father and her grandfather would just get up on a Tuesday and decide they're going to move the toilet from one side of the room to the other side of the room.
Oh, that's how I was back then. Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and so when he passed away, we inherited all the tools. So that's why I have so many tools.
Right. Oh yeah, I think we talked about that.
So
yeah.
I have tools that have to be a good 50 years old.
Wow.
A good 50. Craftsman
Yeah,
tools.
I'm about to say that. Yep.
You know, that has to be a good 50 years old. Good. I mean, they look like it too. Some of them look like it. Some of the hammers and mallets and stuff, yeah, they feel like it.
Right.
You get what I mean? So, but I was blessed. So it's not like I went out and bought all these tools. The ones that I did buy have Ryobi's name on it.
Right. Right.
You know, but, well, not all of them, but you get the drift. You know, but I was blessed because we were able to have that, right? But I didn't know. Sometimes you don't know as a homeowner what you need.
This is true. Right. Right.
You know,
It's not like when you move from an apartment to a house.
Right.
When you get it, like you said, when you get a house, you be like, oh snap, I'm going to need some tools. Definitely.
Right.
Definitely. Yeah.
And then with my daughter recently, you know, with her, you know, getting to her own place, even though it's an apartment, you know, but we made sure, like, listen, we need you to have these basic tools right here.
Right.
You know,
Yep.
so she got a little kit that has like a hammer in
Yep.
it and
Screwdriver
some
and all that.
screwdriver,
Yep.
needle nose pliers. And then we also got her a little quick handheld electric screwdriver too.
There you go.
A little small baby
Little small
one.
joint, yeah.
You know,
yeah.
but we're like, hey, like, you know, you're going to get something where you're going to have to screw something in.
Exactly. This is true.
So it's better for you to have than not have it.
This is true.
Right? You know, so now if I was in like her position, yeah, I probably would be a little more hesitant on loaning anything.
Right. Yeah.
You know, because she's by herself and somebody doesn't give it back. Does she really know what to do, how to, you know, whatever?
Right.
How to improvise,
How
I'm
about
older.
How go about it getting it back? Hey, you know you borrowed my tool the
Right.
other day. I don't remember that. Oh, okay. Now my
Right.
you know.
You know, so
Yeah, but like stated, certain people, like I said, only certain people can borrow my stuff. Some people can't, and it is what it is. I mean, I'm at the point, if certain people, you know what you start doing, renter's fee. That's right. If Home Depot can charge you to rent a tool, why not?
well, I mean, the other
Why
part
not?
of that is, like we just stated, like, hey, it would be cheaper for you to go buy your own than to get it from me.
Exactly.
It would be cheaper because then you don't have to hear my mouth.
I mean, if you got to start off with some cheap tools, so be it. You have your own tools.
But now here's the reality though. They're cheaper than what? What are you gauging the cheapness on?
Let's put it this way: Walmart and Home Depot.
Well, here's the reason I'm saying that, right? Because if someone would say, well, Harbor Freight sells cheap tools.
Oh,
Well, do you really know who makes the tools for Harbor Freight?
No, but the person that borrowing it, they don't care about that. They need their own tools.
Right. And so my thing is gonna be like, listen, you can get them. I don't know if it's Milwaukee, but there are some tools that are on that same level as a Milwaukee at Harbor Freight for a third of the price. But you won't know that until you do your research. Well, again, some people are not into that stuff, right? But you can get some really, really, really decent stuff from out of Harbor Freight.
Cool. They ain't gonna go to no Harbor Freight. They gonna go right to Walmart, still get them joy. They gotta look at that price. Well, this is a little cheaper than Walmart, so yeah.
I mean, and I'm not gonna knock the blue and white set from Walmart.
I ain't even know they were blue and white. Well,
there was one I saw that I think was blue and white.
Oh, okay, but yeah.
But again, you have to understand what's your availability, what's going on in your area, because everyone doesn't have a Harbor Freight.
No, they don't. They don't.
Like I was talking to my uncle in Alabama, and we were talking about furniture, right? Just little pieces here and there. And I was like, listen, in order for me to get something real quick, and I don't mind putting together, I'll run to IKEA. And he was like, I think for him, the closest IKEA was Atlanta.
They don't have no IKEA? Oh, dang.
And so, I think it was Atlanta. And so, imagine how far that would be coming from the southern end of Alabama.
Let's see. Atlanta to Auburn, that's about an hour and a half.
Yeah, I think he says like a 2.5 hour ride, almost 3.
Yeah, because you got to go past that straight to 85, go through Montgomery. Yeah.
Yeah, so he's a little far away.
He's a little far away.
He's a little far away, So, like I think he said he could get to Tallahassee, Florida, before he could ever get to Atlanta. Like, that's how south he is.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He close to the Florida's part. Yeah. Wow.
And so, because we were talking about airports and stuff, y'all wondering why we was talking about that. But if you don't have that type of resource, where do you go?
Where do you go?
What do you do? And so sometimes those of us that live in these major metropolitan areas, sometimes we take for granted what resources we really have.
It's true. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
We really do.
You really do. Oh, you're right.
Because I can go to IKEA, go get me a quick, it might be $40. I'm just going to use a bookcase mentality. It could be $40 at IKEA or it could be $20 at Walmart. I'd rather spend the $40 because I know it'll last longer from IKEA.
Right.
Now, it might only be 2 years longer than Walmart, but it's still 2 years.
You still get an extra 2 years. That matters. The longevity of it. Yeah.
Well, talking about IKEA and furniture, because we're thinking about changing out our living room set right now. And so we have bought some IKEA furniture back in 2005. I want to say it was either 4 or 5. These 2 couches, if y'all know Clippin couches. We bought those couches. We carried those couches all the way until we got here. in 2000. We moved here in 2016. We didn't get rid of those couches until 2019, and they were still good. Like we ended up selling them
From when y'all bought them in 2005.
when we bought them in 2005.
Wow, that's a long time.
And mind you, we had moved twice. And one of those times, because of whatever we had going on, we had moved into an apartment or whatever. And so we had moved those couches. They was in storage for a little while, like whatever. So again, it all depends on where you're getting it. Is it worth you spending a little bit of money because it'll last all the bumps and bruises?
Right. Excuse me.
You know, so yeah, does it make? And some of y'all might say Ryobi is not as good as DeWalt or Milwaukee, but understand like they're all part of the same company.
All the part of the same company. I learned that from you. Yeah, but Ryobi some popular tools though. Not everybody getting them.
Well, like they say, like that's for the regular everyday homeowner.
Right.
I'm not a professional. Like I don't need to have a nailer that's going to nail. Like I just saw the other day, right? Some guy on YouTube, he was saying, if you see a used brad nailer from DeWalt in like a yard sale or something like that, he said put the battery in, hold it for a little while until the light comes on, and then you'll start to see the light flashing, right? And I was like, oh wow, that's pretty decent. Well, what it was, he was saying that the nailers have a 35,000 nail capacity, like a car, right?
Right.
It could do, not, you know. And so he has shown how this DeWalt thing, it flashed 18 times. He said so it has done roughly 18,000 nails.
Wow.
So he said basically it's still half the life. So even though if you feel like it's dead and you had it for a long time, you probably haven't used it all the way yet.
Right. How about that?
And that was just on a humbug video. Like that was a YouTube short. I wasn't on YouTube looking for that.
Right.
It just came up.
Yeah.
I'm like,
oh yeah, I
what
noticed
is
that.
it about?
Yeah, I noticed that. I'm like, I don't remember clicking on this. I'm like, I thought it was just me.
right. No, yeah, it's been some crazy stuff coming up. Well, the one thing that I have been looking at, I know it doesn't have anything to do with tools, but I've been watching snakes eat other snakes. I don't know why. That's just been in my. Dude, I don't know what's been going on with me lately.
Hey, that's between you and you.
Yeah, man. I know. I don't know why I've been looking at these king cobras and mambas and everything. Like, you know, these snakes eating other snakes. It's really fascinating. And it's fascinating because some eat the snake while it's totally still alive. Even when I watch it eat a frog, I'm like, that frog is 1,000% alive.
Yeah.
Like, it's still totally alive.
And what kills is the digestive juices of it.
Yeah, so can you imagine, like, just being
swallowed
melted away?
Yeah.
Like, yo, so, yeah, so, I'm sorry, y'all. I know
melted away? What the? Yeah.
I'm sorry, that was, like, totally off beat. But, you know, I be going through it, y'all. I'm sorry, y'all gotta bear with me.
We all have those moments.
Y'all just gotta bear with me,
man.
You know,
man.
but yeah, y'all. You know, so I think this is something that, you know, we as neighbors, right? We need to talk about. You know, that we need to talk about how we handling our tools, because, you know, some of y'all don't like to give stuff back.
Yeah.
And y'all don't know how to give it back in the right manner.
Remind me, I already told you I still got your shovel. Don't forget that.
Well, but but did you ever use it for what you need to use it for?
Nah, she wants to wait till she come home. I'm like,
okay,
huh? Okay,
yeah.
right.
We won't talk about the real use for it,
right.
You know. But it's yeah, it's okay though. It's all right. I haven't pressed, you know, because I haven't been using it.
Right.
You know, so it'd be different if I had to use it or something like that. I mean, I probably could use it really soon because I need to do something about the snow.
Oh, okay. Right. Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
But otherwise, I haven't been pressing.
Gotcha.
You know, so, but yeah. So, Mike, I want you to understand, like, we didn't have this conversation because
Nah, I know we did. I just wanted to throw that out there. That's all.
I didn't even think about it.
I'm just saying. This was my second time reminding them, though. It's all good, though.
But I didn't say that though.
I know. I'm just saying. You already know where it's at. Up the street.
Well, okay, yeah. I didn't say anything like you said. You reminded me. You said something to me about it.
Right.
Yeah. I guess he's trying to also say, "Can you get out of my house?"
Nah. That's how stories get told, man.
I know, right? I know, right? But I hope that y'all have learned something today.
Mm-hmm.
I hope that y'all have heard something that you would like to share,
right,
to your neighbor.
And how many people you had to go through with that situation?
Yeah.
Time matters. Your teeth. They lose your tool. They ain't want to pay it back.
Yeah, share it.
Share it.
Even if the tool is your car, because I know some people that have been wanting to borrow people's car too.
We gotta do a story on that one too.
Yeah.
Actually,
you know what? Why don't y'all tune in? Maybe we'll talk about that next episode.
How about that?
We'll talk to y'all a little bit later. Peace.
Thanks for hanging out with us on the Naybors podcast. We hope you enjoyed the conversation and felt right at home. If you like what you heard, don't be a stranger. Subscribe, leave us a review, and share this with your friends and fam. Got something on your mind or a topic you'd love to hear us talk about? Hit us up. Until next time, remember, we're all just neighbors working together for a better community. Stay safe, stay connected, and we'll catch you in the next one.